Hi, my name is Wayne O'Brien, and I'm in North Augusta, South Carolina, in a very unique area. This neighborhood is called Carrsville, but originally it was called New Hamburg. This neighborhood is connected to Hamburg, the old original Hamburg, which was down at the river. But in 1929, there was a double flood, and it was also the year that the Great Depression started. And so there wasn't funds to build, but the people were told to go back and take your houses apart and bring them up, and we'll rebuild in this new community. That's Carrsville. So Carrsville dates at 1929, but some of the buildings came out of old Hamburg that dates into the 19th century. And at this particular area, there's a church. This is First Providence Baptist Church. It was founded in 1860 during the period of slavery, and but it's the oldest church in North Augusta. And this church was taken apart, piece by piece down in Hamburg and brought up on the hill and reassembled here at this location. The interesting part, the connection with Aiken County, is that during the Reconstruction era, three of the elected officials for the South Carolina legislature lived in Hamburg. It was Prince Rivers, John Gardner, and Samuel Lee. Now Samuel Lee, who eventually became the Speaker of the House for the state, Prince Rivers, who had been he was a slave at first, then he was a Union sergeant. And when he came to Hamburg, he became the first mayor of Hamburg in 1868, after the Civil War. And John Gardner, who also was elected to Congress, eventually became the second mayor of Hamburg. But their connection to Aiken County was founded in 1871 during the Reconstruction era, during a time when African Americans made up 60% of the state the elected legislatures. So two of these gentlemen, Prince Rivers and Samuel Lee, were two of the names that are named as founders of Aiken County. So there were 8 names as founders of Aiken County. So a quarter of those people lived right here in Hamburg. Of those 8 names, there was one state senator, who was Hayne. Then there were 4 representatives, and 3 of the 4 representatives were African American. And then there were 3 commissioners, and 2 of the 3 commissioners were African American. So that period in time is very interesting to us, because it was the only time, a 10-year period, where African Americans had all full civil rights. They lost all of their civil rights when Reconstruction ended, and it took nearly 100 years and a civil rights movement to get them back. So this area is very unique to North Augusta history, but it's also unique to Aiken County history, and then it's unique to South Carolina history as well, all in this one little area that we affectionately call Carrsville, but of course I always call it New Hamburg. This is a unique feature. You find these on a lot of African American structures. It's called an Adinkra symbol. Adinkra symbols were from Ghana, Africa, and each symbol had its own meaning. And this particular square was a symbol that was called Iban. Iban stands for enclosure or fence. And when you consider that this is on a church where you say that God builds a hedge of safety around you, or that this is a place of sanctuary where you can always come for safety. So this is why when someone that they may not even be able to read, they may be illiterate because they weren't able to learn to read and write during slavery, but if they saw these symbols and they knew what they meant because people told them what they meant, then they would know that what this building is a place of safety and a place of refuge.